My mom wants nothing to do with me because I picked my dad during the divorce. Posted on r/trueoffmychest. I know it sounds bad, I have a lot of regrets, but everything was really hard after my 19F parents got divorced when I was 13. I had a happy childhood before then, and was closest with my mom. The divorce was harder on me than my older sister Penny 21F, who kind of took it in stride. My mom moved out and into an apartment, and was just generally incredibly depressed. She drank a lot and it was just a mess. We were 50-50, but the schedule they came up with was annoying because I'd have to switch houses like every 2 to 3 days, and I went to a private school, so I had uniforms and I was always getting in trouble for leaving them at the other house or not having things. Then mom moved 45 minutes away from my school. They gave my sister a car so that she would drive me to school, but I played sports and she didn't want to hang around for me after school. So I was always waiting around and would sometimes just end up at my dad's anyways. So I asked if I could stay with dad on weekdays and mom on weekends. My dad didn't want to only have me for school days, so I was with him one weekend and her the other 3. I thought it was awesome, but I could tell my mom seemed less fond of me. My sister was supposed to drive me, but again with sports some weekends I'd call my mom to pick me up and she wouldn't be able to, and I was spending less time over there. I know she and Penny got much closer. Penny only came over to my dad's every other weekend by then too. We got into a massive fight when I was a sophomore because I had a big semi-finals for state and I was on varsity game and she didn't go because she was taking Penny prom dress shopping. I was dating a junior and going, too, so I asked if we could all go another day and she told me to ask my dad to take me. She had gotten me into sports and always went to my games, and I played horrible because I was so anxious about whether or not she'd come. She didn't. I felt like she'd forgotten about me and moved on, so I stopped going over to her house. We'd call and see each other on holidays and stuff, but I was hurt and she never apologized. I still obviously love her and we get along good when we see each other. It's just not often. Lately I've been feeling really down. I lost a friend and my dad's new GF moved in and I'm pretty sure she wants me to move out. Which is whatever, I'll figure it out, but it's more like she'll get mad if I don't clean, but when I do she gets snippy and is like, you're not your dad's wife. Now mom is doing good. She got remarried about a year ago and he has 2 kids who are like 10 and 12, Jake and Emma. They're all nice, but I obviously don't know them well. But anyways, before Christmas my mom asked me if I would give one of my old American Girl dolls to Emma. It's not like an heirloom or anything, but it was my cousin's and honestly I don't know Emma very well. So I said no, it's not like they don't have money and they still sell the dolls. I wasn't mean or anything, I just said I didn't want to. But I kept asking her about Christmas and when to be where and she never really told me. I normally spend Christmas Eve with her and she never told me what was going on. I texted her that day and asked when I could give her her gift and she said she'd reach back out after the holidays. That hurt in a way I can't explain because she never wouldn't take my calls or see me before. I guessed it was probably about the stupid doll and probably should have given her space, but I still texted her Happy New Year. Penny got super mad and drove out and yelled at me. She said that I had to stop bothering mom when I broke her heart by picking dad. I told her that wasn't true and she told me they got divorced because dad had an affair and that I was an idiot if I hadn't figured that out. Nobody had ever told me that, and dad hadn't dated anyone that I knew about until recently. I got upset and told her to leave and didn't even give her my mom's present. I was so upset. I haven't told my dad yet, but I've been really upset about it. I feel like I never meant to hurt her but feel really bad. I don't know if I should reach out to her, or if I should just leave well enough alone like Penny told me to. I'm pretty sure she's moved on from me. She's posted pictures of her and her husband's kids with Penny and I don't think she has space in her life for me anymore, and it's all my fault. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. Your mom is the one responsible for communicating things. If she's feeling resentful, it should be a conversation. But the fact she basically just stopped showing up suggests you couldn't win in this scenario anyway. She was the one with the burden to stay involved. You were a kid who needed your mom's presence and didn't he get it? OP in response. I mean, I know I wasn't perfect. One Mother's Day I had just gotten over COVID and was still super tired, and told her I didn't think I was up for 1.5-hour round trip. She basically stopped calling after that and I wish I had just sucked it up and gone. Commenter 2. Your mom moved away from your school and didn't offer you reliable transportation. Her taking her failures out on you must be heartbreaking. OP in response. They bought Penny a car, we went to a K-12 school, and she was supposed to. Obviously she didn't want to stick around for over an hour while I had practice. I don't blame her or anything, but I could walk to my dad's instead of waiting for almost an hour for her to pick me up after she got off work. Commenter 3. You are the child, she is the adult. She made choices that gave you fewer choices, and those choices she left you were ones she was unhappy with. She is treating your relationship a bit like her drinking problem. She is not responsible, nothing is her fault, she'll do what feels good in the moment even if it's destructive, and she'll never communicate or work through her feelings like an adult. Commenter 4 in response. By the way, are you able to set a dad/daughter activity during which you can talk about all this? You haven't gotten good modeling for communication, but it's something to work on learning. OP in response. I haven't talked to my dad about all of this yet. If what Penny said is true, then what to do? My dad has always been there for me since the divorce, and if it's true, how to get past it. Commenter 5 in response. You know, even if he did have an affair, being mad at him will just isolate you even more. I would ask for extra support and love and tolerance from him right now. And definitely make sure he knows what you're going through with your mom's, and a Penny's, rejection of you and how sick it is of them to want to make you pick either parent. What an awful position they're putting you in. You need at least one parent in your corner. OP in response. You're right. I'll talk to him about that and his GF tonight. Commenter 6. God, I hate parents who use their kids as weapons in their divorces. Just the worst people alive. Let me tell you this, when I was 14 years old, I cut off all contact with my father. He died when I was 43 years old, and I hadn't spoken to him in all that time. It was the best decision I ever made for my mental health. OP in response. I'm so sorry. I don't want my mom to die without talking to her again though. Commenter 6 in response. I get that, really I do. But here's the thing, children don't owe their parents anything. Parents owe their children everything. No parent should ever treat a child differently just because the child loves their other parent after the parents split up. That is a parent failing in their duty to love their kids unconditionally. It's not your job to make your parents happy, it's their job to be nurturing and loving to you, regardless of what you've done or what choices you've made. This isn't your fault. This is your mom not doing her job as your parent. It's on her. She's the one who needs to apologize to you, not the other way around. Commenter 7 in response. Wait and see how long it takes your mother to reach out to you. Once she sees you're not sucking up anymore, she'll want you around again. She sounds immature like that. OP in response. Yeah, usually if I give her space she comes around. I just never thought she wouldn't want to see me at Christmas. That used to be our holiday, we do carriage rides and go skating and make cookies. It just makes me so sad.
White Abyss here. I feel sorry for OP. It's not her fault that her mom moved away and then her sister didn't want to stick around for her to do sports and her dad was closer. And on top of that, her mom got her into sports in the first place. The mom could have come picked her up, but she didn't. So everything's OP's fault. It really sounds like the mom's just lashing out and wants to blame someone, and OP's just conveniently there. For OP's sake, I hope things improve with their mom, but likely it won't, given how immature their mom is acting.